One of the benefits on a college campus is to have an opportunity to bring back leaders, established, successful leaders in various fields, to be, executives in residence, adjunct faculty, or just come in to give some lectures. And like most universities, Kansas State University has benefited from some of those. And one who's really stood out has been a K-State graduate, General Richard Myers, retired leader, Joint Chiefs of Staff, distinguished career. And it's been interesting on a leadership point of view. One of the things that he has pointed out, because he was heavily involved in a lot of the Iraqi war, was the shortage of critical thinking. That we don't have our general population well enough comfortable being critical thinkers, being willing to speak up, although that's also a difficult challenge in the military with chain of command and so forth. But it was interesting he mentioned that, and it triggered another experience that I had a number of years ago when I had a chance to, with a group, I think it was an historical society group, to go to Fort Leavenworth and be briefed on some of the things they were doing. And a major was explaining to us that they were training officers then, and of course the command college, we bring folks from all over the world to Leavenworth to train them, and he was explaining that one of the new ways was to, instead of taking these to-be officers out in the field, they would basically play with what I would call almost like sometimes kids have a electric train set with topography and hills and so forth, and here they had little toy soldiers that they would move around to illustrate the points they wanted to make. And somebody in the audience raised their hand and said, "Major, what if the weather's bad?" And he very calmly said, "Well, the weather is always good for our training." It was only 2 or 3 weeks later when the wind and the sand in the desert kept us from capturing, taking back the hostages in terms of the Iranian conflict, that led to the demise of President Carter and the election, in many ways, of President Reagan. But again, somebody didn't raise a question: what if it's blowing? What if the sand? What should we do? And so I think if there's one thing as universities we need to produce, it's critical thinkers, regardless of what field our students go into. We need people that are willing to raise questions, to challenge, to speak out, in order for us to have a leadership environment where change can take place.